Welcome back to the Friday 13th YouTube channel, Metalheads. Today I've got a brilliant album review for you. Now, Riot V are about to release their new album on Atomic Fire Records. It's released on the 12th of April, and the album's called Mean Streets. This is a fantastic album. Brilliant production, folks. Definitely one of the best albums the bands have done since called Riot V. Check it out, Metalheads. As we all know, Riot V were formed from the ashes of Riot, formed by Mark Riel, the original guitarist, who sadly passed away. This band was formed back in 1975. The band was put together by Mark Riel with the original drummer Pete Bettielli and also bassist Phil Fellett, along with vocalist Guy Barrianza. Now, Riot released their first album called Rock City. This was released in 1977. Now, this album would feature original singer Guy alongside Mark on guitars. We'd also have Lou A. Carteroris on guitars. We'd also have Jimmy Iommi on bass. Would also be featured on bass guitar Phil Ferret and drummer Pete Pettielli. And this album was released on a very small label called Firesign Records. In 1979, this is when the band really started to be recognised. They released an album called Narita. In total, the band would release 14 albums under the name of Riot. Under the name of Riot V, the band have released 3 albums. As we all know, Riot's cult classic album has to be Thundersteel. It's a phenomenal album with every song really shining through, as we all know. Riot's last album will be called Immortal Souls. This was released in 2011. Now, after the release of Immortal Souls in 2011, sadly, Mark Riel passed away, as we all know. God rest his soul. So the current lineup, as we all know, is Donny Van Sterner on bass guitar. Burgers! We'd also have Mike Flynn on guitars, lead guitars. We'd have Frank Gilhurst on drums. We'd have Todd Michael Hall on vocals, a fantastic singer. We'd have Nick Lee on rhythm guitars. Now, as I explained earlier on, this is definitely the best production the band have ever done. It's just a shame that Mark's not around to actually hear this production. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's the best thing they've ever done. I'd like to hear Thundersteel with this kind of production, which is absolutely phenomenal. So I'm going to tell you the songs on this album. We've got 12 songs. So the song titles for this new album would be Hail to the Warriors, Feel the Fire, Love Beyond the Grave, which is an absolute fantastic song, folks. We'd have High Noon, Before This Time, Higher, the title track Mean Streets, Open Road, Immortal Eyes, Lost Dreams, Lean Into It, and the last song would be called No More. So that's the song title. So I'm going to tell you about the production. Now, this new album, believe it or not, was produced by Danger Danger's bassist, Bruno Breville, who's done an absolutely amazing job. All the instruments really do shine through. The drums are very powerful, the guitars are very clean but heavy, so is the rhythm section of Donny's bass, and Todd's vocals are absolutely do shine through. Now, Bruno should have done the Thundersteel album. Be great if he remastered and remixed it, but like I said, Mean Streets has got a fantastic pack-a-punch production. Opening track is called Hail to the Warriors. Now, this has a slightly long intro, but when the song does kick in, folks, it's a very powerful, heavy song. It's a great US power metal song. Todd's vocals absolutely do shine through. As for the music, it's a fantastic, well-produced song. I have to say that this album has to be Thundersteel Part 2. I'm not saying that it sounds exactly like Thundersteel, but it's just got the energy, the power of the album, which is an absolute amazing album. Like I said, brilliant song, very heavy, powerful US song, and it really is a great opening track. Todd's vocals are pretty much like Rob Halford. Sheer power from start to finish. Very great screaming here. Rob's the icon, the metal god, as we all know. Todd is very close to that. He's coming in very, very strong vocals on this song and throughout the album. Next song is Feel the Fire, not to be confused with Overkill Feel the Fire. This is a fantastic middle-of-the-road song. It's very melodic, very heavy in places with some fantastic vocals. This song reminds me very much of Saxon. So if you're a fan of Saxon, this is a song that you're really going to enjoy. This song also comes with a catchy chorus, so please check it out. It's called Feel the Fire. Next up is one of my all-time favourite songs from this new album. It's called Love Beyond the Grave. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Accept and Primal Fear, but it's also got elements of Judas Priest and Saxon. So it's a very old school song, but it's really well arranged, very powerful song with some fantastic vocals. Not to mention, this is a really good headbanging song. Not only is it a great headbanging song, it's also a real good fist in the air song, Hail to Metal. I have to say also, if this band don't play this song live, I'll be very surprised. It's a really good song to be in the set when they tour. Next up is the song High Noon. Now, as we all know, if you've watched the interview that I did with Donny recently, the link will be at the end of this review. Mark was very much inspired by the Wild West, and this song very much proves it lyrically and musically. It's a fantastic song. Not to mention, this is a very heavy, groovy song, so please check it out. It's called High Noon. In total, I really think this is the best album the band have done in a long, long time. Like I said, if Thundersteel had this production, that would be a phenomenal album. This is a great album indeed, folks. You're not going to go wrong with this Riot album. It's definitely the best album that Riot 5 have done. So please check it out. It's called Mean Streets. It's coming out on Atomic Fire Records in April. Can't go wrong, metalheads. Welcome back, Riot 5. So I'm going to give this album 5 out of 5. You can't go wrong with this album, folks. The production is fantastic. So the songwriting and so is the vocals. It's an all-round brilliant album. You won't go wrong, metalheads. So welcome back, Riot 5. Check them out live very soon in Europe. Thanks for watching, metalheads. More albums coming soon.